Arthur Thompson, known as the Godfather of Glasgow, was a feared and powerful figure who ruled the city's criminal underworld for decades. His rise to power wasn't glamorous, it was brutal, calculated, and ruthless. How did he manage to stay at the top, despite the many attempts on his life? Let's dig into the story of Scotland's most notorious gangster. Arthur Thompson was born in September 1931 in Springburn, Glasgow. From the start, life wasn't easy for him. But Arthur wasn't like the rest. He had a hard edge from a young age, and it didn't take long for him to figure out how to survive and thrive on the mean streets of Glasgow. He started small as a moneylender. Doesn't sound too dangerous, right? But Thompson had a brutal way of dealing with people who didn't pay up. Ever heard of someone being nailed to the floor or door? That was Arthur's calling card. No one dared mess with him, and word spread quickly. Paid Arthur, or pay the price. Soon enough, he wasn't just lending money. He expanded his reach into protection rackets, bank robberies, and heists. The more dangerous the game, the more he thrived. And like many smart criminals, he didn't stop there. He began investing his dirty money into legitimate businesses. It wasn't just about the money for Thompson, it was about power and control. Arthur Thompson's home, known as the Ponderosa, was much more than just a house. It was a symbol of his dominance over Glasgow's criminal underworld. Named after the ranch in the TV series Bonanza, the Ponderosa stood as a fortress both literally and figuratively. It was here that Arthur ruled his empire, and anyone who tried to challenge him quickly regretted it. By the 1980s, the family business wasn't just about bank robberies and protection rackets anymore. The Thompson clan had moved into the lucrative drug trade, with Arthur's son, Arthur Jr., leading the way. Drugs were big money, and the Thompson family wanted their cut. But with success comes enemies, and Arthur Thompson had plenty. Rival gangs, jealous of his power and wealth, tried to take him out. In fact, Thompson survived multiple assassination attempts. One of the most infamous was in 1966, when a car bomb exploded. While Arthur survived, his mother-in-law wasn't so lucky. That attempt on his life only made him more determined to hold on to his empire. Arthur Thompson was no stranger to violence. In 1985, he was shot in the groin outside his home. A few years later, in 1988, he was run over and shot at, leaving him with a broken leg. But these attacks didn't slow him down. Arthur was a survivor, and every hit just seemed to make him more powerful. However, tragedy struck in 1991, when his son Arthur Jr. was murdered outside their home. This personal loss hit Thompson hard. It wasn't just business anymore, it was war. The death of his son set off a wave of revenge killings, leaving Glasgow's streets soaked in blood. Two of Arthur Jr.'s associates were murdered shortly after, marking one of the darkest times in Glasgow's criminal history. Arthur Thompson's reign may have ended with his death in 1993, but his legacy is undeniable. He left an indelible mark on Glasgow's underworld, and his name still echoes in stories, documentaries, and news articles. Even though his empire crumbled and the world he built dissolved into chaos, the legend of the Godfather of Glasgow lives on. What did you think of Arthur Thompson's story? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more gripping stories. Hit the bell icon to stay up to date with all our new content.